So, time for you guys to see a video about a situation that is long since over, but there is something important that needs to be talked about, and I have been trying to remain a little bit more calm in my videos, mostly because, well, it's not good for my heart. I have my family has heart problems, and my blood pressure can sometimes get really high, and stuff like that. So sometimes before I talk about a subject, regardless if it's a Rants by Daylight or not, I try to take some time to calm down so I could have a little bit more direction. You know what I mean? A little bit more of a clear head. But yeah, so if you guys remember a couple of weeks ago from you seeing this video, we had a situation where Behavior basically lied to our faces about the number of reports they had gotten on a trickster bug that was causing epileptic seizures. Now, thankfully, since that whole debacle, Behavior has completely kill switched the killer, and they are currently working to fix this bug before they bring him back to live, which is great. And some people are also hoping that he will come back with some pretty massive changes, mostly the trickster mains. But that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is the reception to that bug and how we basically have a community of people who completely lack any sort of empathy or sympathy. This community is wild. I've spoken on this multiple times in the past. Several other creators have spoken on it. My boy, the fake Bennett, did an entire video with the homegirl, Indiegogo. She's gonna kill me if she hears me tell her that. Indigo, about the entitlement of Dead by Daylight players, and how absolutely just abhorrent this community is, where this is one of the only gaming communities where you can get straight up bullied for like the build that you run, or the, just not even the build you run, just like the way that you play. Like, God forbid you do anything that people just really don't fucking like. And like, you will get death threats and slurs hurled at you, people harassing you, just all sorts of like really wild crap. One time I saw someone go on a fucking like 3-day Twitter campaign against someone because they slugged them for a little while. But so there's just so much within the Dead by Daylight community, Dead by Daylight players in general, that just show this really odd way of behaving that is unlike any other game we've ever seen. And one of the biggest problems, one of the biggest issues, is definitely a lack of empathy. So this trickster bug was going on, and as it was going on, people were posting videos, they were posting they were posting images, they were posting so much proof. And there were several people who were able to go back into the Reddit and the forums and find other people talking about this bug and showing evidence it happened. And it was all being shown to a chorus of, "What evidence? Behavior has said they haven't received any evidence. You guys are lying for clout." Excuse me? What are you talking about? Nobody was lying. Nobody was lying for clout, which was always like, which is such a weird accusation, because what clout are you going to get off of showcasing that this bug is in the game? And so these people, even when shown this evidence, would just act like it didn't exist. And they took a lie that we proved that Behavior lied about it, by the way. They took a lie from Behavior and ran with it. And it was one of these things where people just, I couldn't quite understand why people were just so adamant that this bug that people had evidence of existed. And the longer this kind of shit went on, the more it kind of I started to realize that this community just really doesn't care about other people. And I should have known that a long time ago, and I kind of did, but the whole trickster situation basically solidified this. Another common response that you would see from people is, well, there's an epilepsy warning when the game first starts up. Every game has an epilepsy warning. However, these epilepsy warnings are normally come with some sort of reasonability, right? The epilepsy warning in Dead by Daylight is for things like flickering lights on Batum, or the doctor's little shocky effects around the screen when you're in madness, or something like that. They're for very minor instances, but these minor instances can still cause problems, because I know that a lot of you have the critical thinking skills of a 9-year-old, but think with me for a moment. Do you really think that every single epileptic thing in the world is the exact same? I'll even give you an example, right? I'll give you an example. This is my desktop background. You can see that there's little lightning sparkles and flashes inside of the bottle. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot, but there are some people out there with epilepsy that would not even be able to look at that because their epilepsy is too severe. Those people typically don't play video games. But that, and, you know, flickering lights on Batum or whatever, are not the same fucking thing as your entire screen flashing pink and blue. That's just not the same thing. And that epilepsy warning that's in the front of every video game ever is for small, minor shit, to kind of protect the game companies when people who have hypersensitive epilepsy end up playing those and might get hurt. But this pink and blue flashing was so severe that somebody who plays this game on the regular ended up going to the hospital because of the seizures it caused, because a full screen bright flashing is vastly different to what is going on now. And you know what's wild to me is when the white flashing from the Twins patch, when the white flashing was happening, I didn't see anyone going, "Oh, well, there's an epilepsy warning in the beginning of the game, so you should just be prepared for the most obnoxious flashing of your life that can literally kill someone." And I think that a lot of this comes just from a complete lack of understanding of what epilepsy actually is, you fucking weirdos. I don't know if you guys think it's like a fake disease or it's like only like to prolonged flashing or something like that, but legitimately this is a disease that can kill somebody. It literally short circuits your brain and can end up stopping electrical pulses to your heart and other shit like that. It is not a pretty sight when someone has a seizure. But the worst part is the amount of people who actively went out of their way to play Trickster in order to cause harm to other people. There were so many instances, comments on Twitter replies, comments in my YouTube section, comments in Brand's YouTube section, comments in other creators' Twitch chats of people actively saying that they were going out of their way to play Trickster every single match in order to cause seizures to other people. The pick rates for Trickster went up by like 5 or 6%, I believe, whenever this bug was becoming more widely known. And then when they finally did kill switch Trickster after like 3 days of being fucking hounded to do so, there was a huge fucking issue with people who were refusing to close their game out. One Twitter user was like, "I haven't experienced the Trickster bug and I play Trickster every single match, so I'm not going to give up my favorite killer because some of you don't like flashing lights," or what the fuck ever, right? I'm not quoting that tweet exactly, but that's essentially the air of what he was saying. And he basically said that's what he was gonna do. And then some people were downloading hacks to basically overcome the kill switch, which I don't think is actually possible. I'm going to be real with you. As far as I'm aware, the kill switch is server-sided, and so it's not possible to override a kill switch with hacks. But in case it is, or even if it's not, the mere act of pretending like you're going to override a kill switch is just incel behavior. Like, you're the lowest of low, pathetic type of person. And this entire situation just kind of shows that the Dead by Daylight community is really, 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 really awful people. Like, so many of you are just terrible people who actively go out of your way to hurt others in some sort of petty revenge for your own self-hatred that you're wrapped up in. And I get it, right? I hate myself too, okay? I loathe myself. I have no fucking idea why there are, 5,776 of you as of recording this video. I have no idea why all of you are here. I have no idea why most of my videos get anywhere from 2.5 to 5K views. I do not understand why people like me, okay? I hate myself, and I get it if you hate yourself. It's just something we all struggle with. But I have never, ever hit such a low self-hatred point that I would go out of my way to hurt other people because I hate myself. And that is just pathetic. The lack of empathy within the Dead by Daylight community is pathetic. It is one of the most infuriating things I've ever witnessed. And I just harkened back to my video What Ruins DBD for Me, where I talked about how absolutely atrocious this community is, and how if anything were to ever make me quit this game again, it would be the community. It wouldn't be the game. It wouldn't be the gameplay. It wouldn't be my own incompetence at being good at the game. It wouldn't be any of that. It would be the community that makes me quit playing Dead by Daylight if I were to ever quit this game again, because you people are fucking crazy. The sheer lack of caring about other people is wild, and you guys really need to calm the fuck down. But that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know your experiences with the lack of empathy in this community as well. I'd love to hear your stories. And as always, a great big special thank you to my channel members listed on screen now. If you want to find out how to become a channel member today, get awesome perks like seeing videos early, merch discount codes, and more, then please click that join button down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. If you're a fan of Dungeons & Dragons, then check out my other channel, Kaiser the Bard, where I do things like discuss the game, give you DM and player tips, and more. See you over there. Link is in the description.